everyone, welcome to my video. Before we start, let me ask you some topic related questions. Firstly, are you interested in weight loss, or do you know what type of blood you are? Or finally, have you ever heard the weight loss method of blood type diet? Well, today this video aims to introduce the blood type diet by giving some of its characteristics and also gives the background of how it originates. Then we'll pick up one of these blood types and scientifically discuss the normal metabolism and how this affects the normal metabolism by giving some scientific reasons. Finally, we're going to talk about some of the flaws and merits of this diet and come to the final decision of to what extent it suggests us to practice. And also, this is backed up by some academic evidence. Generally speaking, blood type diet is to eat according to an individual's blood type to achieve weight loss, to improve their digestive health, or just to keep an ideal weight level. As it is mentioned by Liz Renedy, a registered dietitian at the Ohio State University, this method of diet is originated by the naturopathic physician Peter J.D. Adamo, who thought the link between food selections and the corresponding blood type is derived from the similarity of what our ancestors ate with the same type of blood. According to J.D. Adamo, although the diet did not contain specific calorie suggestions, each blood type has its own guidelines about what kind of food to eat, and those need to be avoided. More specifically, people with type O blood should follow a high-protein diet, eating a considerable amount of meat, vegetables, and fruit, but limit the intake of grains, beans, and legumes. Type A blood suggested following a meat-free diet, mainly having fruit and vegetables. Those with type AB blood should eat dairy, tofu, lamb, fish, grains, and vegetables. Comparatively, blood type B is less limited, and it is said to have a relatively balanced or diverse diet.
Hey everyone, I'm a smart rhino. French is forgetting important point. That is, according to Dr. Schimling from the Harvard Health, the build-up for food recommendations is the main focus of this blood type diet. However, it could extend to the choices of physical activity. For example, people with type O blood should get suggested with high-intensity aerobic exercise. Relatively, those with type A blood should pick up low-intensity exercise and may accept meditation to be part of their daily routine. Oh, why did I speak with my mouth?
About the digestion of the three macronutrients contained in the food. The digestion of protein is in the stomach, where the pepsin enzyme breaks down the large protein molecules into smaller chains of amino acids. The digestion of carbohydrates begins in the mouth by salivary glands moistening and finish in the small intestine. They are broken down into glucose by the function of enzymes. For example, the pancreatic amylase released by the pancreas. Fat digestion begins in the stomach, and some of the byproducts are directly absorbed in the stomach. The reaching of the rest products into the small intestine stimulates the liver produce bile, a surfactant that emulsify fats and absorb fat-soluble vitamins. And it also triggers the release of lipids from pancreas, which enable the breakdown of fat into fatty acids. Finally, these are absorbed by the intestinal cells. How food is broken down to make energy is likely to be related to the cell's metabolism, where it's the process that our body converts the food and drink we consumed into energy needed, and during this, calories are combined with oxygen to release the energy your body needs for its function. Moreover, it's also related to the process of cellular respiration, which means the aerobic process by which energy derived from the breakdown of fat and sugars is redistributed as packets of chemical energy in the form of ATP. Storage of these products, glucose from carbohydrates is stored as glycogen until its stores are full and is mainly found in muscles and liver cells. However, excess glucose will be converted into fat by the liver and stored in adipocytes. Although amino acids are not stored in our body, extra protein is converted into glucose, which is then converted into fat. There are two ways that our body can store fat. either add the triglyceride into an existing adipocyte, or to make a new adipocyte cells and put the triglycerides into these new cells. Excess fat does not need conversion and is stored in the form of triglycerides. Diet affecting normal metabolism process. For the purpose of this video, type A blood will be mainly discussed. At first, the plant-based diet allows higher intake of fiber, making benefits to keep the digestive tract flowing by keeping your bowel movement regular and soft, which makes less time need for a meal to travel the length of the IT. According to the journal authorized by Evelyn Medwall, the plant-based diet also contributes higher metabolism level by the realization of lower inflammatory activity and the change on neurotransmitter metabolism through dietary intake or intestinal activity. Moreover, eating less fat means the amount of fat being digested will decrease, and this has a long-term negative effect on the sensitivity of releasing of lipids from pancreas. In addition, it also means less fat will be stored for later use, and lower calories will be intaken by your body. While with the same physical activity level, it appears likely the less fat stored and lower calories intake will lead to weight loss. Instead of these merits and flaws talked above, there are also some others. As reported by the Harvard Medical School, having meat-free diet is likely to leave your body with lower body mass index, lower blood pressure, and all of this is relevant to longevity and the reduced risk for many chronic diseases. For example, high fiber whole grains helps to keep blood sugar levels stable due to its slower digestion time, and they have a slower glycemic index. There are also some flaws of being with a meat-free diet. At first, vegan diet is exposed at the risk of anemia due to a lack of human iron, since the non-human iron found in the plant products is much less absorbable by the body. Moreover, as people eating more vegetables instead of meat, it is likely they will experience the lack of vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 deficiency has also contributed to neurological disorders and cardiovascular problems, as the actual cause of this diet realization or on weight loss is the decreased amount of fat intake. There is also a risk of essential fatty acid deficiency. By the National Institute of Health, the lack of essential fatty acids such as omega-3s could lead to serious skin problems such as scaly skin. More badly, the amount of DHA in our tissue and plasma will decrease. And about the DHA, which is an omega-3 fatty acids, and that is commonly used for heart disease and the control of cholesterol. And this leads to a potential risk of damaging visual and neural function for immune response. It is quite questionable of whether this kind of diet can be sustained for a longer period of time. During this diet, you are not only mentally affected by the desire of eating meat, but also your brain will release the signal of salivary. However, the vegan diet is environmentally sustainable because it uses substantially fewer natural resources and are less taxing on the environment. As said above, it is not recommended for people to practice this diet.